everyone, and in this video we're going to be creating a basic alarm clock using Python programming. First, go to the Google search bar and type collab.research.google.com. Then click on enter. Then be directed to a page here and click on the cancel button. And I'll just scroll down and then go to a new code cell. And now we can start. First of all, let's direct what we're doing with hashtag and we'll say title is equal to alarm clock. Now we're ready to start, and now first of all we're going to write import, another import function, and we'll say time. Now let me go to the end here. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to be creating a simple alarm clock using just Python programming. And first of all, let's create variables. So we want the person to enter the time they started it. So let's say time hour for the hour they did it. And I'll say time hour is equal to an integer and an input. Now enter hour, and now put colon and space. And now we're going to enter time minutes. So just say time and then minutes and equal to integer, and then inside here we're going to do inputs. And then we're going to do enter minutes. To say mins. Now what we're going to do here is create a while loop, while one. Or for create that, let's create the time we want it to end. So let's say time end and equal to an integer input. So just an input, so that does create a problem between integers and strings. And I will say inputs enter time end, because if we don't add this, our time is going to be in an infinite loop which we can't end. So let's say while time end is not equal to. So now let's create a string, and now in here we're going to have f, and now we'll just say time hour, and then we'll add these colon here, and then we'll add time ins. Then we'll put a colon at the end, and we can click on enter. Now I want it to print, or actually time dot sleep now let's say 60 for 60 seconds. If that's when I need to sleep. And then after that, we want the time mins to be plus equal 1, which means we'll add a minute to our time minutes. Then we want to add, in case it's an hour, if time mins is equal to 59, or let's say if it's equal to 60 or 59, then I would say we wanted to change the time hour by 1. Now, and in case it's like around 12, so if time hour is equal to 12, we want it to be set to 0. No, actually just 1, because there's no 0 in time, so let's say 1. And now let's work on our time end. For the time end, we want it to be, it's only if time end is equal to, and then we'll just copy this piece of code here. Let's paste it. Then we want it to break from the code, and this is how we'll exit the loop. But before we start, let's first enter a print function here. So copy this string again, we'll paste it here, and now let's replace this string here with print. So I'll start it now, and there's an enter hour. I'll say 4, and it's in the minutes 39. I'll wait for the time to be 39 so that it will be exactly on time. Now let's just go through this code a bit. And so this all is just for a simple alarm clock. Let's say we want it to end at 4:40. I think I went too far with it, so I'll just stop the code here and let's start again. It's 4:39, and now let's say 40. So basically, we're going to be waiting for it. So once it's 4:40, then it would stop. While we're using a minute, let's just go through this code. And so this first line is going to import the time. The second line is a blank line so that we can keep space with our project, and so we can differentiate it. Else it will be combined like this, which doesn't really make sense, and it would be hard to tell your project apart. Now, these next 3 lines are for our time. The first one is the time hour, which interprets our time, our hour of the time. Second is the time minutes, which interprets our minutes, and last is the time end, which interprets the ending of our time. Then the next thing here is a while loop. Oh, and wow! Now we see that it's actually ended. So now it's 4:40, and now we see that it actually works. Let's interrupt it quickly, and now let's continue with explaining our code. So this while loop here is while the time end, which is over here, which is now declared a variable, is not equal to a string of the time hour and the time minutes. We want it to sleep for 60 seconds. And we see we have this time in the front. And so this shows it doesn't have anything to do with the time on these 3 variables, but it has something to do with this import. Without this import time, there are going to be all errors. So this time here is going to be an error because it's not defined in the imports. So the time in here, then there's no errors. Next one is time minutes, and to be plus equal 1 after 60 seconds. Then it will print the time. Then if the time minutes is equal to 59, it will print it first, and then the time hour will be added by 1. If the time hour is then 12, then the time hour will be set to 1. And if the time end is then equal to the string of time hour time minutes, then it should break the loop. And so basically, we're done creating our own basic alarm clock using Python programming. I hope you enjoyed this class, and don't forget you can find me on my YouTube page and Facebook and Instagram pages. See you later. Bye!